Yo, what's good, gamers? So today, after a couple of hours, I ended up level 90 almost in Diablo 4 Season 5, and today I'm gonna talk about how to approach leveling, what's the best way. So when you create character, first thing you do is skip campaign, go to World Tier 2, and start your seasonal quest, which is literally on the spawn when you create character, so always recommend going with that one first. After that, you're gonna level until 35 in Helltide, World Tier 2, because level 35, once you get to World Tier 3 doing Capstone level 35, you will be able to exchange obols for Sacred Gear right off the bat level 35, which is pretty insane. So 35 do Capstone, I believe we did at level 39 or something, as you can see over here. Because we were waiting for a friend to level 35. So at this level, around that level, we entered World Tier 3. As you can see here, I'm getting Sacred for obols right off the bat. I got pretty unlucky on rolls though, and I was very limited because we didn't do that many events. Leveling is very fast, like in general, even level pre-50 and after level 50, it's pretty crazy. So that's what we did. In World Tier 3, you should do the seasonal quest to unlock Infernal Horde. It's the new endgame content or new content in the season. I do have a video about it as well. I will try to link it in the right upper corner. This is also, by the way, the loot you get from this new reputation, the Mother's Gift. It's pretty insane. It's pretty packed. It's pretty stacked. I like what they did with it. But in World Tier 3, you should do Infernal Compass, but for that you need to open it. You need to open it up with the quest line, and then you need to craft with the sigil powder. Basically, it's the same like Nightmare Dungeons, but you might have a problem getting that this early on, so I recommend doing Helltide until you do Cheer of Whispers, and the chest that cash should drop a sigil. So you either run that sigil Nightmare Dungeon, because at the end you have a very high chance of getting the scrolls or the compass for the Infernal Horde. So you can do either that, or you could salvage the sigil and then craft a compass, but I'm not sure if you'll have enough dust. But that's what we did through Helltide, pretty much. But had we known earlier that Infernal Horde is that cracked with XP, I'll try to show you. This is our Helltide farm. Also not too bad doing Helltide in a group, because you will be able to kill a Hellborn, which is pretty difficult, but because we have no gear, like difficulty, I gotta say, is pretty crazy in the season in comparison to last one. I would say it gets much tougher and difficult. I like it though, I like it. But you will get Profane Mind Cage, which you can stack for higher mobs level, and you will, I would say Helltide is pretty good for dropping glyphs, as you can see here. I dropped most of them in here actually, which is pretty cool. But I will try to search, see here, we did the True Whispers here. You can see the sigil just dropped for Nightmare Dungeon. And I will try to show you, I believe here, it was still Helltide. I was level 52, now at level 55, you should be doing Capstone to unlock World Tier 4, because similar to 35 level Sacred Gear, at level 55 you can take obols to the vendor that, you know, sells the gear for obols at World Tier 4. At level 55 you are able to get Ancestral Gear, which is the top gear, right? It just differs in item level. So that's pretty wild, that's pretty sick. It looks like we didn't touch Infernal Horde in World Tier 3 though. Oh, there we go. There we go. We did this bad boy. It's the first time we discovered, at the end of World Tier 3, we discovered how crazy XP is in here, in the zone. I will explain why this mode is so cracked for XP. So this area, this zone is pretty small. You don't have to run through the whole dungeon or through the whole Helltide and stuff like that. You can just stand here, and this place, because of these pillars at the end of each wave, you can choose up to 3 or from 3, like both buffs and debuffs, whether mobs have more damage, but you have higher chance of getting ether from elite. So you also have a chance to spawn double the amount of elite. So this place, this mode, is insanely packed with elites. Not only normal mobs, but with elites. And on top of that, you have also a chance to spawn bosses. And the XP from those is insane. This mode is really great for XP. And the loot is also not too bad. We tried to like min-max ether in every run. And even World Tier 4, the loot is pretty okay. It's pretty good. I like it. And especially the new uniques dropping from here are pretty strong for all classes as far as I've seen. Pretty crazy. So here you can see we get the offers that you can choose from. The best ones are the ones that mention ether, where, you know, you have a chance to get ether from elites, or this is something called etheric mass, have a chance to spawn or it does spawn ether. It's pretty good. Or killing them spawns ether events faster is a very good one. You should get this one if you have it. It's very good. Here we were just trying to figure out though. I already played this mode on PTR, so I kind of knew like what to get into because they didn't change that. They just changed the rewards and how things like the drop chance, the amount that drops, so it's pretty cool. So Infernal Horde, once you unlock World Tier 3 and get the seasonal quest, definitely get after it. That's the best way to level. Now, if you want to kill kill two birds with one stone, you can do Armor Dungeons, because there you will get XP, but also you will get a Glyph XP, which we don't have. Even at level 90, I don't have a single Glyph at level 15, so Glyphs is exactly where the most, or one of the, well, that's the most power you get as the character, is from Paragon board. It's really strong. So, it's up to you. I'll probably keep Armor Dungeons for World Tier 4 though, because in the Battle Pass there is also where this time we get Ashes, the blessings, I believe it's called. You get more Glyph XP in Armor Dungeons. I picked it as well. It's very good, so you should get that. But I think that's more around World Tier 4, not World Tier 3. So I'm just gonna here show you a little bit. We are level 57 here, still doing Infernal Horde, because we were waiting for, I believe, Mr. Fly over here to get level 55. This is the seasonal quest. We did this one, so this is the quest you should do right away in World Tier 3. But we didn't notice it, we did it later on. So yeah, this one is giving you access to the Infernal Horde, to the content itself. Because at the end of the, as you can see here, we get the compass here. And if we got try it for another one. Or yeah, I was just trying to check if it's gonna complete this one. The quest one. Here we're doing Capstone to World Tier 4 to unlock this bad boy. Here we are number dungeoning because we needed to drop compasses. And I believe here we are doing the compass. Yeah, this is it. This is the first one, Tier 2. Early on, you definitely want to do Tier 2. Tier 3 is way too much. Tier 3 is level 100 mobs. As you can see, Tier 2 is level 75. And it should be doable in a group. Once you get the Ancestral Gear, like if you don't have Ancestral Gear going into World Tier 4, I recommend doing Helltide first. Get some gear there on the events and whatnot. And also get the events for Obols that you can, once again get for Ancestral. But yeah, we ended up with 239 Ether here on Tier 2. Now, the big chest that usually has greater affix items is appearing on Tier 3 and higher. It does not appear on Tier 2. And you can only loot it once. It is 60 Ether as well, it costs. So, you proc that chest once, then you have a chest with loot over here that costs 20. Always contains two legendaries, sometimes even 3. But they also have a chance to spawn an Abyssal Scroll. You use Abyssal Scrolls to level these compasses to higher tiers. And the right one is materials. It drops fragments for gems mostly. Some bundled herb. It's a very hilarious number though. And drops like Forgotten Soul or Scattered Prism for the socket. It's pretty good. And it's the, if you get like an even number like 9, all your remaining ether you can spend for gold. Sometimes we actually used all the ether over 200 for gold, because gold in this season, oh my god, man. I thought it's bad last season, but goddamn. Not talk about the mats trying to enchant items on the NPC occultist, because those coiling wards, that's crazy. That you get only from salvaging legendary armor. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much how you level 200. Outside in World Tier 2 until World Tier 3. In World Tier 3, it's either Infernal Horde, or which is this, or an Armor Dungeon. World Tier 4, Infernal Horde, all the way, baby, all the way. Because those levels fly, really. But it's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, hit me up about this mode, for example. How to get the compass, by the way. A lot of people ask. Once again, I already talked about it, but you need to do first a Nightmare Dungeon. And how to get Nightmare Dungeon Sigil? You do Cheer Whispers in Helltide. Cheer Whispers cash will drop a sigil for Armor Dungeon. You complete Armor Dungeon, and at the end, you have a very high chance of getting up to 2 scrolls for, 2 compasses for this mode. One was Tier 2, one was Tier 3, I believe. That's what I got the most. Sometimes you don't even get a single one, but yeah. Here you can see the gold at the end for the remaining. But yeah, thank you very much for everybody for watching. I appreciate you. And whoa, one thing before I go though, there is one more thing in the game with the pass, seasonal pass, which everyone can get because it's free. Very important. So we go into here, into Season of Blessing, there are two things, right? So you either have more items from the chest with items that I just talked about, showed on the left side. So yeah, this is very important to take. You can see I did not have it. And you can also get more scrolls from the chest as well. But even I didn't pick this one, and even without that, I have like 33 scrolls, so they drop very often. And then if you decide to do number dungeons, you go for Glyph XP. So you would basically rotate between these two. I need to do it too. It's very important. It does a lot of difference. But yeah, thank you very much everybody for watching. That was pretty much it. I'm gonna get some sleep and get after the grind in a couple of hours. Gotta grind until 100. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Enjoy your grind in the season 5. Talk to you soon. Until next time, peace.